It's Mary, Queen MLV. Talk to me Tuesday, May 28th, 2019. And I still don't have internet, but this Saturday, maybe. And I'm discovering what I can and what I cannot do without internet. So, and with the long weekend, I couldn't even look at things. There's Ethel. I couldn't even work at my lunch hour on very much because that's just 5 hours a week this week. So anyway, I did get a lot done though, and it's interesting what I was able to do and what I wasn't. One is my daughter's graduation quilt, and I don't have to mail it to Washington, D.C. until next week, so I have some time with it. So I finished it. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. Somebody was at my door, and no one's ever at my door, and I don't feel like starting over. So I've kind of had a real grumpy kind of day. So anyway, so the quilt is finished. I just need to quilt it, and it's a full-size bed. It's like 90-ish inches by 111-ish inches, and then the pillow is here. And one of the things I couldn't do without internet was I bought the long arm design from Molly that I really like, and it's a graduation cap and a scroll and stars, and then it repeats to a panoramic edge to edge. So I was very sure I bought it until I went to look for it and couldn't find it. It's not on my computer, and so I decided that I either decided to wait to buy it, which was possible, or there's a link in my email, which I can't get, where I did buy it. So at lunch today, first chance I got, I looked, and sure enough, I bought it, and it's sitting at the link in my email. So I downloaded it, put it on a flash drive, so now I can quilt it. But I do have, I'm going to do the pillow different. It's actually a different pattern because this is the pattern that I wanted to do, and then I messed it up and used this pattern instead of this pattern on the quilt, but it turned out cute. I don't know why you have to see all this. Anyway, this is going to be the pillow, and I have the form. I'm ready to do it. I'm going to do it on the long arm, which is you put it on the long arm. You put down your some sort of backing that's never going to show, and then I'm going to put 2 layers of batting, and then I'm going to put my pillow on there, and I'm going to quilt this great design onto that that's not going to match the bed, but the pillow doesn't match. So this, I don't know, she can put it in the living room. I don't care what she does with it, but I think she's really going to like, she's very modern, and she's going to really like what I'm going to put, which I don't want to put all over the quilt, but in a square it's going to be real cute. So I did have that. I'm going to do that. So you quilt that onto 2 layers of batting and the backing, and then while it's on the frame, you take your backing, which is just going to be the solid blue, and you turn it, I can't tell right from wrong side on the solids anymore. They've gotten that good, but you put it face down on the long arm while that's just finished quilting, and if you already have a zipper in the back, then you can just sew all 4 sides on it, but I'm not going to put a zipper, so I'm going to sew 3 sides on the long arm, so it's all squared up and it's all perfectly straight. And then you take it off, you trim it, you turn it over, you put your pillow form in it, and it's done. So except I'm going to have to sew one side by hand, which I don't mind doing it all. So anyway, I've got that ready to go, which I do have the pattern for. I now have downloaded and have my design to do that. So I'm ready to quilt that. Probably not tomorrow night. I have to take my brother out for dinner for his birthday. Probably Thursday night but I'll have it. It depends on when she wants me to mail it. I don't know if I'm going to show you the whole thing finished or if I'll show you pictures next week, but one or the other, that's going to be finished, and I'm really excited to have that finished. Now, that's how much I can do on that without internet. However, my Create Your Own Adventure, I'm doing peanuts, and again, things I can do and can't do on with the internet. So what I can do is EQ8, unbeknownst to me, EQ8 will let you run for, I'm trying to do the math on this, and it's not 90 days. It's a certain number of days you can run it without internet, and then you have to connect again. And so I have like 38 days left, and I've been without internet since the 11th, and so it's not adding up to an amount that makes sense. But whatever it is, I can use EQ8, which is wonderful because I need 31 blocks, but I've only decided what 30 of them are, so I can't even do the 31st one until I figure it out. And I have now designed 28 of my blocks, so ready to sew. And so that's really exciting. I've only sewn one of them, which I'll show you in a minute, but I've designed 28 blocks in the last couple of weeks, and I'm really excited about it. Hey, Ethel. It's so good to have a kitty again. Then I did figure out what I'm going to do on the lines, and here's my problem. Let me show it to you first, and then it'll make sense what I'm trying to do. Okay, so as you can see, it's all, they're not squares, they're rectangles, but they're square enough. They're 13 inches by 14 inches. And on each one of them, I want all but 3 of them, I want to look like they came out of a comic strip. So I need them outlined in black around the edges, and then I need all of the applique. I'm doing raw edge applique for the first time. All of the applique I need outlined, and then some of them are just blobs of the right color, and all of the features, and like Frida's hair is all full of curls. Well, she's just orange blobs around her head until you fill in with the lines. So I'm recreating all of Charles Schultz's drawing in black couching. I got some thin yarn, black, and I got, just delivered today, I got my couching needles for my couching feet for Molly, and they come in 3 sizes, and they're right there. So I'm going to use a thin yarn to draw in the lines around it and all of that. And then for the words, and there are lots of words on there, very first block says the psychiatric help 5 cents, the doctor is in or out. Then there's the welcome great pumpkin sign. There's a speech bubble that says oh good grief. There's what else do we have? There's just lots and lots of writing on this. And so all of that will be done in the couching. So I'm just going to use the couching as I would an ink pen and draw that on there so that it will look like a comic strip. And then the 3 the one block in the upper left that is rectangular, it's 2 blocks wide, is going to say peanuts. And without the internet, I can't look at, I wanted to say Peanuts by Charles Schulz. I don't know. I'm going to make it look like the official title of the comic. So like if you were reading the comic in the newspaper, it says Peanuts at the top by Charles Schulz, and it's in a certain block, and it's in a certain letters. And so I can't find that without Google, because, Google has these things. I don't. So that's one I haven't designed. And then the 3 that are not going to be outlined because I want them roaming and not part of a comic strip are the one on the left side that's the speech bubble that says, oh, good grief. I don't want it to be by itself, and I don't want to put Charlie Brown in there twice. Same problem I had with the football. So my solution is it's just going to be like a slogan and not so much somebody saying it and not just out there with nobody saying it. So it's not going to be outlined. And then Snoopy and Charlie Brown are just going to be walking around. Charlie Brown's in the middle and Snoopy's in the lower right. And so they're not in a comic square. They're free. So I like how it turned out, and I'm really, really happy with it. The only block I've sewn, and now that I got my couching feet today, I can do it. This is Snoopy's house. This is going to be the background on all of them, and I hope it's showing up as a minty green. And there's his house. And then I just got the fabric for the grass yesterday, so it's not on there yet, but obviously it goes down there. And then on the couching, on this one, it's going to be easy because all you have to do if you were drawing this is outline the house and then draw 2 lines up here, 2 lines down here, and then along the grass, it's going to be like a line coming here, and then about here, it's going to start that very peanutsy grass, and then straight out again. And so that's one of the simpler blocks, and and I don't like how the starch has, I don't think it stained it. I think it'll come out, but I wasn't real keen on washing this, and I starched a crease out of there, and it left a mark. Anyway, that is my first attempt at raw edge applique, and I'm going to couch it. I am very, very excited about how it's going to look if it turns out looking like I have it in my head. So I do have the applique patterns all printed, except for the ones who are gray. If you look on my sheet, you'll notice that, and I can't even print that and hold it up for you. All I could do was save it to PDF in EQ8 and then convert it in my old version of Photoshop that doesn't require internet and save it to a ping so I could post it in the video. So, but Lucy, Rerun, and a couple of others, I want to get the right color for their clothes, and the images that I downloaded to use to trace for my patterns were in black and white because they were clearer in the black and white, and I don't want to guess at fabrics on those, so I haven't printed those out to sew yet. But the rest of the 28, I think I said, the applique patterns are done, printed, ready to cut and applique on, and so I'm going to see how many blocks behind I am. It's probably, I need 2 to 3 blocks a week. I think we've been sewing for 2 weeks. So by Wednesday, I'm going to be in another week. So I'm going to be probably 7 or 8 blocks to do in the next week, which is doable. I have one halfway there. So anyway, I'm going to try to get a little caught up, but the design, I had thought I would be designing and sewing and couching 2 to 3 blocks a week, and I thought that was doable, and it turns out I've got 28 of them designed. So if anybody has any thoughts on, there is one more square that I just came up with 30 things in a 31 block quilt, and I don't have anything about baseball, so I was thinking of doing either a baseball diamond or a glove or baseball. They've got cool lines. He added motion with lines on things. So anyway, I don't, or did I miss a holiday? I have the Great Pumpkin. I got a rock for Halloween. I've got the pilgrim hat and pie for Thanksgiving. I've got the Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So I think I've got, there might have been an Easter special, a Valentine's Day special. So there's a missing block, and at some point, unless somebody points it out to me, I will figure it out. Anyway, that's what I've been up to, and it's been a busy, busy week because I can't watch TV. I can't listen to my audiobooks on the TV or on Alexa, just on my Kindle. So, and I've listened to all of the audiobooks that I have downloaded. I have a lot more that I haven't downloaded, and I forgot to do that today during my lunch hour. So, I can go over to the parking lot at the library and download, but, you know, I got other things to do. Anyway, I have been quite busy with Peanuts, and I think it's one night, Sunday night, I was working on designs, and I looked up and it was midnight, and I mean, it's been a long time since I've been that excited about designing a quilt. So I think you can tell I'm pretty into this, and the characters look kind of like blobs, but when I get their faces on, they come in two parts. They come in the applique, which has the templates, and then they come with the line work is going to be part of the pattern on its own page, so you can print that out and then do whatever you want with it. You can hand embroider it, you can machine embroider it, you can draw it on with Sharpie. I don't know. I'm going to be couching it. You could also use a satin stitch or a zigzag and just free motion it on your domestic. It'd be cute like that too. But anyway, can't believe how long this is when I talked about two things, but that's what I've been doing and just enjoying the heck out of it. Haven't seen any of your videos yet, but hopefully tomorrow, and hopefully Saturday I'll get internet, but we will see, because these companies are not very user-friendly. So I hope you all have a good week, and looking forward to seeing your videos and seeing what you've been up to. And I can't wait to see everybody else's create your own adventure, because some of those just sound too dang cute. And I love how some people are doing more than one, and that's exciting too. So that's all for now. Bye.